the slope, right? They gave us the slope. That's the slope. So what I like to show is I'm like, all right, I'm going to go find the slope when x is 1 and y is 2. Sev, did you get a scarf on Saturday? They were handing out free scarves, but they only had 7,500. I didn't get a free scarf, but then it was on the ground in front of us, and then I took it and I left.
I convinced some small child.
No, I promise. It wasn't. It was the dad, and the kids all had a scarf. And I know that they're season ticket holders because we're season ticket holders. So I know that they have a million scarves because they always give us scarves. So I was like, that's fine. And my friend came with me, and she had never been to a crew game, so she needed something.
There was these people hanging out throwing popcorn kernels at my head the entire day.
That's so annoying because of your fresh new dew. That's so annoying. Were they little kids? Or were they just trying to flirt with you, maybe?
They were like 12-year-old boys.
Oh, that's annoying. Do you think that they were aiming for you or just throwing kernels?
Nah, definitely aiming.
Definitely your new dew.
One got in my foot.
Did anyone watch Saturday Night Live this weekend?
Yeah.
Did you? With the Nate Bargatze, 2 weeks ago, with Nate Bargatze and he was the golfer. We got to get through this, and I'm going to show you the skit. I was rolling. He was golfing, and he hit the eagle. Did you think it was funny, or is it just me? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. We got to get through this. Here we go. Let's go find that slope when x is 1 and y is 2. If x is 1, what do we got here? You guys, I'm just curious. Is this always so glitchy?
No.
It's just bad today, I guess.
Okay, I just didn't know if it always is, and I just don't look at it. But it's glitchy. Okay, 6 times 1, so that would give me a 6. Minus, what would be my y squared if my y is 2? 4. 6 minus 4 on top. Over 2 times 1 times 2? 4. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Slope would be? Yeah, 2/4 or 1/2. Love it. Could I type in this whole thing for my slope? I sure could in my point slope form. Doesn't matter. Let's simplify it. What would be my final point slope form? Y minus 2 equals my slope. X minus. Perfect. Good job. Okay, now we're going to bebop up. Uh-oh. Is that just a stray hiccup like I get, Annabelle?
That's a great question.
You let me know. Let's try this one now, you guys. Let's try this one. Top of that page. Top of that page. I know we're going in all sorts of dumb order. Here we go. Let's take the derivative of it. They say dy dx is what? Derivative of x squared, Mr. Cooer. Derivative of x squared?
Wait, where is it?
Right here. Boop.
Oh, just 2x.
Exactly. You guys, the derivative of x times y. We got to do fig plus gif. You got this. F prime. 1. G. Good. Perfect. So fig right there is just y, because it's 1 times y. Plus gif. G prime. Dy dx times f. Perfect. Could I throw that x right in front? I could, right? This is still g prime f. I just threw my f in front, so I don't want it to get lost. That's me personally. Okay. Ooh, derivative of 10. 0. Good job. You guys, they said x is 2. Go find dy dx. Do we want to plug in the 2 now for x, or do you want to get dy dx by itself? Makes no difference. Get it by itself. Lexi says, get it by itself. All right, so then Lex, I'm going to leave my x dy dx on the left side. And are you cool if I subtract 2x and subtract y? Mm-hmm. Great. And she says, get it by itself. So we got to go get it by itself, and we're going to divide by x. Alec, don't let me forget to give you your test back today. Okay. Lex, now that we got me dy dx by itself, let's go evaluate that when x is 2 and y is, So I did this evaluation bar to say, I'm going to plug in the point, but do we know what the y is yet to plug in? Can we go find out? Plug it in. I should really have that on, like a button.
Yeah, get a soundboard.
She has buttons? Like a soundboard? What? Like on her iPad?
No, like she like buttons.
And what do they say?
And she like has, and she said,
I made one of them. One of them is like
What does it say?
nuance. It's just like
Oh, okay. I want these buttons.
Steal them.
I'm going to order them. This is great. Okay, you guys, if we were to plug in a 2 for my x, wouldn't we get a 4 here? 4 plus 2y equals 10. Is that right if I plug a 2 in for x? So 2y is 6 and y is 3. And if I plug in now a 2 for my x and a 3 for my y, negative 4 minus 3 over 2, negative 7 has. Guys, I had my second tennis match last night. Spanked them. 6-1, 6-1, baby. I'm 2-0.
Doubles or singles?
Doubles.
Oh.
My partner was really good. My partner was really good. And the girls we played were not really good. 6-1, 6-1. I feel great about it. I'm 2-0, people. Oh, yeah, let's do this one. Let's do this guy. Yep, number 7. Here we go. Derivative negative x. Negative 1 plus derivative of tangent is
Secant squared.
secant squared. Leave the angle. Then we got to multiply by the derivative of the angle, you guys. Ooh, derivative of the angle, x times y. This is the 3rd time we've done this. I still remember. What was her name? Callie. Starts with an S. Her last name. Callie Schmaltz. Callie Schmaltz. Anyone remember that? Callie Schmaltz? Okay. I promise she exists. She was like, is the derivative of x times y always going to be y plus x 2y dx? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm just going to memorize it. And I was like, well, I wouldn't do that. You don't have to memorize it. She's like, I'm just going to memorize it. Then she got a 4 on the AP test. I was like, okay, let's talk about this. Is it y plus x dy dx? Yeah, because fig 1 times y, there's my fig, plus gif, g prime, the derivative of y is the dy dx times f. So she memorized it. This is not one that I'm like put up there, but do they ask this a lot? They do. So if you're like, I'm just going to memorize it. Okay. All right, you guys, they want us to find that slope, get this dy dx by itself at that point. I say Lexi had us get the dy dx by itself last time, which we could, or you could plug it in, and I'm just going to have us plug it in here just to let you know you can do either, right? You can get dy dx by itself, or you can plug in. Let's go plug in here just as something different. We got negative 1 plus. I'm going to write secant of, what is x times y if x is pi and y is 1? Pi. And I'm actually going to write this as that squared, just to help myself remember that this little squared actually means square that whole quantity. Times, what was my y again? 1 plus, is it now pi dy dx? Yeah. Okay. Is free response? Oh, we can't be done here because my dy dx isn't by itself. Okay. Secant of pi. Secant's the reciprocal of cosine. Pi is here. Here's pi. Negative 1 is the cosine. What's the reciprocal of that? Negative 1. Square it. 1. This whole thing turns into a 1. So I get negative 1 plus 1 times 1 plus pi dy dx. Would I add these two up? No, because this 1 is being multiplied. PEMDAS says I've got to multiply things. If I distributed this 1, is it really going to change anything? So I don't even really need it. So when we go try to get dy dx by itself, I'm going to add this 1 over. So it's equal to 1 on the right. Are you okay if I just drop this 1? Because multiplying anything times 1 isn't going to change it. So I'd have 1 plus pi dy dx. Did anyone's parents go to the OSU Oregon game? I only asked because Mr. Richards went, and I didn't know if any other. Oh, really? Evan, you said? The kid? Oh, does he go to school here? Evan Granger. I don't have Evan. We're right. I just don't. He's only a freshman. Sophomore. Gotcha. Okay, you guys, let's go solve this guy. Let's go dy dx by itself. What would you do first? Subtract the 1. So I got pi dy dx equals what? Nothing. Dy dx equals 0 over pi, which is just 0. We did all that work to get a slope of 0. So 10b says, hey, show that there is a point. So they're looking for a point like this in x comma y, where the tangent line is just wherever that derivative, that point slope form, is horizontal. If I've got that, if I've got a horizontal tangent line, what's the slope of that horizontal tangent line? Hoi, 0, right? The slope would have to be 0. It says show that there is a point. Ooh, when x is 3, where the tangent line would be horizontal, all that's telling us is my dy dx would have to be equal to 0. And I believe you guys, when you do this on a free response question, if you wrote this statement right here, they're going to give you a point. Because that's you like knowing that tangent line is horizontal. That means my slope is 0. They're like, okay, they know something. I'm going to give them a point. So if this is my dy dx, could I go set that equal to 0? If that's what we just said right here? Yeah. Let's go do it. So I'm going to say, all right, when does 3y minus 2x over 8y minus 3x equal 0? And also note where they said, well, hey, my x is 3. So that point, I already know that x is going to be 3 there. I'm going to go plug in a 3 for my x and start solving for stuff. If I plug in a 3 for my x, do you agree I'd get 3y minus 6 over 8y minus 9 equals 0? And then what would we do to start solving for y? We do. Just move this over a bit. What do you think, y'all? He's like, all right, I got a fraction over here, so I'm going to get rid of that denominator by multiplying by it. Multiply both sides by 8y minus 9. And by doing so, they will cancel out there. Oops. 0 times anything gets me 0, and I get 3y minus 6 is 0. Go get that y. You guys, you agree we got my y is 2? So when x was 3, my y is 2. At this point, the function will have a horizontal tangent line. So this last one, this is, again, AP loves to do this. They said, here's this curve. Show that the derivative is that. We love this. We know the answer. We just need to go take this derivative to match that. We got this, people. Derivative of 2y squared. You got it. Minus. Agreed. I'm not even going to write it. Derivative of negative 6 would give you 0. Be very careful. What do we have to be careful about on this?
Chain rule.
It's actually just product rule, only because, and I say that because Mr. Cooper Mead, this inner is actually, the derivative of this guy's inner would just be 1, so we don't have to worry about it as much. But I do have a function times a function. So we got to do fig plus gif here. Be careful. What's f prime if my f is y? dy dx. Well done, you guys. So we got f prime was dy dx times g, which is sine of x. That's fig right there. Plus g prime, very good. Derivative of sine is cosine of x times the derivative of x, which is just 1. So that's g prime. What do we need to multiply that by? Very good. Y is my f function. So this was f prime times g plus g prime times f. Whoa. They said show that dy dx is this. So we need to get our dy dx's on the same side. So can we subtract this over? Let's subtract sine of x dy dx over here. So I'd have 4y dy dx minus sine of x dy dx equals y times the cosine of x. I'm just putting my coefficients in front. That's all I did, you guys. I just put that coefficient in front, and I put this coefficient in front. What can I do with this side now that both terms have a dy dx? He's like, so let's factor out that dy dx first. I apologize. I should have left more room on this one. That's annoying. If I factor out a dy dx, I've got 4y minus sine of x left, and that equals y cosine of x. Bob, with what you were just saying, is that looking like it's going to match? Yeah. Bob, did your parents, did they come home calling you Bob?
Yeah.
I told them that I call you Bob, and they're like, what? I said, yeah. Started on the first day of school last year and I can't drop it. Last thing then. AP says, okay, then write the equation of the line. We've done this a lot because they're going to make you do it. That's my whole point slope form. That's my whole point slope form thing. Did they give us a point on this one? Yeah, they gave us a point. Did they give us a slope? Yeah, they gave us dy dx in terms of y and x, and Bob just says go plug it in. Just go plug it in. So I'm going to say, all right, my slope at the point 0, root 3 is y cosine of x over 4y minus the sine of x. Wow, that's a lot of slope. Bob's going to leave it right here. And you're going to plug all that in for your slope, aren't you? I don't blame you. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be y minus root 3 equals, let's not be Bob, and let's actually simplify it just to see what that slope would be.
I think it's 1/4.
Oh, I see. I think you might be right. Cosine at 0 is how much?
1.
1 times root 3 gets me a root 3 over 4 root 3 minus
0.
the sine at 0 is 0. So that's 0. And then Coop, you're saying my root 3's do what? Psh, they cancel out, and I'm really glad you didn't say it equaled 4 because that's going to be 1/4. Well said. X minus 0, or you could just say X.